So now if you see here, this is a normal Java project and this is a Maven Java project. So now if you see, by seeing the M, we can understand this is a Maven project and then this is a normal project. Now if you see here, by default it has been given me a structure for this. So now what is the difference between this particular Java project and this project? We will try to understand. We will come to understand. So now here, this is a Java means JRE system library. Here also have JRE system library. Here source and here also source. Now, as I selected the simple archetype, so now I'm able to get this particular folder structure. So this folder structure will change to project to project. If I've been selected a Selenium archetype, so I'll be getting a Selenium project. So as of now, I'll not get into that particular details. So just try to understand. If I created a simple archetype, what do you meant by archetype and what is group ID, architect ID, all these things we have been discussed in the video. I'll play back that particular video to see it. So as of now, you can see that. So when I created a particular project, Maven project, it was given me the folder structure by default. Now, previously, what the people used to do, so the Java is specifically meant for the developers. So at that point of time, they will be developing their particular main code into this particular main, and then whatever the supporting configuration file as Jivita and then Jivita shown it, right? The configuration setups and all these things, passing that particular parameters file to the main file. So those things will be stored in the main. And test is used to write the unit test cases. They wanted to write the unit test cases for this. So they will be creating the test, and then whatever the test data we are passing from for the unit test cases, they will be passing it from the test resources. So this is for the basic core development activity. I'm developing an application in Java. So I'll be trying to use Maven so that I'll be having this particular folder structure designed for it. And now there is a target folder. So this target folder is exactly like test-output when we created for the testng testng project. You remember, right? When we created a testng file, when we create means when we execute this particular folder would be created, the test-output. Same way when we play with the Maven, so target folder would be created, and then every execution it will refresh back. And it is like the same testng XML file. We do have the pom.xml file. Okay, now if at all I wanted to do it with a normal Java project, how I will be doing it, and if at all I'm doing with the Selenium Maven project, how I'll be doing it. So now I need to add the Selenium capabilities for this particular projects. Right now, how I need to add the Selenium project means the capabilities means I need to go means it's not only for Selenium, any tool if you wanted to do it. So this is how you need to do it. So Selenium HQ. So Selenium HQ is the official site for Selenium. So now we will go here and then we'll go for the downloads. Don't worry, when it comes to the Selenium, I'll explain there in detail. But as of now, I just wanted to explain for the Maven. So now what is the latest version for the Selenium? So Java 4. So it was released in April 13th. So this is the latest version which it was released. After 2.5 years, they have been released this version. So now the latest version is 4. So now what we need to do, just we need to download this. See, as soon as I downloaded it, this has been downloaded. Now I need to go back here. I need to open this particular folder. It was downloading 3.14159. That's a previous version. That guy even giving the same version. Now I need to extract this particular files. So as soon as I extract this particular files, okay, these are the files it will be coming from me. So lib, I have this one, libraries, and I have these two files. When I'm working with the Selenium, I need to add these particular files to the project. Now what I need to go, I need to go here. So this is normal Java project, right? I need to go here. I need to go for the build path, configure the build path, and I'll need to go here, add external jars, and I'll come back here to the path, which path I need to go and take this. D drive. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to select all, open, and add external jar files. I need to go, and even I need to add this particular client files also. So now if you see here, add external libraries, I do have it. I added all these particular libraries and I clicked apply and apply close. So as soon as I click that one, previously it was not there, this reference libraries. So now what I'm trying to do is I have been added all these particular Selenium jar files for this Java project, so that now this particular project have the capability of Selenium. Let's see now if I wanted to open a particular, let's see how it will work. So now I'll say that com.demo dot um, demo dot Selenium. Okay, so now I have been selected for this one. So now I created a package. Now I'm going to create a class Chrome. Okay, Chrome class. So I'll just name something, and I'll keep this one. Yes. So now if you see here, now what I wanted to do, I wanted to see whether I can use the web driver. um, See, as soon as I have been extended this one, so I am able to have this particular package imported. Means already I have imported this one. So I'll be writing this particular statement, WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. What I'm doing here, what is this? What is this?
That's a constructor.
Okay, cool. So, okay, so if you understand this particular line in Selenium, done. So you no need to learn any other things. So already we have been discussed this one previously, but however, so I'll talk about this one later part. So this is not our intention. So our intention is to have the basic thing over here. If you see here, now I'm able to use the Selenium over here. Now, if at all means I'm ready that I can use a Selenium file. Here, this is how I need to do it. Now, what it means, now you've seen it, right? What I did, I went to the Selenium website, I downloaded the jar files, and I went to the configure build path. I added all these particular jars and everything to the project, and then I'm able to access the Selenium, right? Now, if at all, if I wanted to do with the Maven, so how I should have been done for this one is, just I need to go for this form.xml file, and now what I need to do is, here always you need to come, so depend, see now as soon as you have been written, it was coming as dependencies, just select that one, so it gives you the input and the opening and then closing tags of this one. Now what we need to do is, we need to go for Maven repository. So don't worry, I'll talk about this particular Maven repository in details, but first you should know what is the importance and the prominence of the Maven repository. So once you come here, so come and search for the Selenium and Selenium Java. And so now it is for beta 3. So now just you need to select this dependencies and come to the dependencies, and control A, always make your code format as readability. And then so now just see, now previously when you have been there, you don't have, see now you have only the JRE system library. Apart from that, nothing is there. Now what I can do, so I'll be saving this one. See, as soon as I saved this particular project, it generated me the Maven dependency. And if you see here, whatever this things means, the jar files it's related to the Selenium, it has been taken all the Selenium jar files over here. So previously it was not there. So as I added the particular dependency, by default it picked up that particular dependencies and added over here. As it was added by Maven, it was coming as Maven dependencies. And here I have been written it as manually, means adding it as manually. So I will be having this particular thing. All things are added manually. So that is what the basic differences between the if I added the jar files to the normal Java project, then it will generated me the reference libraries. If I have been added the jar files with the help of Maven, then it will generated me as a Maven dependencies. Now just consider that it is 4, right? Now if the version upgraded to the 4.1, now what I need to do, Once again, what I need to do, I need to go to the build path and configure build path. I need to select all these particular jar files. I need to remove this one and I need to download this one. And once again, I need to add this one. But whereas in the Maven, as soon as I come here, I just come here and then I'll save this one to the 4.1. See how easy it is. So by this, the life changed. It made our life very much easier. So now what usually the people will do is whenever they develop a particular tool, which is an open source tool, they will keep one particular thing into their particular website. Means for an example, Selenium kept one copy into their download copies and another copy they send it to the Maven. So now from the Maven repository, if I wanted to access any particular clients wanted to access this particular jar files, just they will add this particular dependency and add that particular jar files. So the maintenance of that particular project would be much more easier and simpler. So that is what the advantage of this particular Maven. It gives you complete the structure of the project, the folder structures and all the stuff, and you can rechange it. It's not that it is mandatory. And based upon the project, so based upon this one, this particular structures will be changed. Now you need to understand what do you meant by Maven and what are the advantages of this one. So the basic advantages for this one is a project maintenance. Creating framework is not a big deal. Maintaining the project is a big deal, because day to day, every time this particular things would be updated, we should know which has been updated and those things we should be called. So now as we have been added these particular dependencies, so now you can go directly to the class file and you can create this one. And for an example, now I wanted to go here, I'll be creating the same package here. Sorry, package, I need to click on this same package and I'll be creating it as com.demo .selenium. So now if you see here, I'll create another class for this one. So now if you see Chrome class, so I'll take it as this. And if you see here, now if I have written the same statement, web driver driver equal to new Chrome driver. See, Chrome spelling wrong. Okay, so now if you see here directly, you can import this, and you see this, and you can directly import this. That's it. So now the project is ready to work with the Selenium. Like this, you can add whatever the things for you, means whatever the things it's required. The TestNG you require the plugin, and JSON you require the plugin. You rest assured you have been used it. You required the rest assured plugin, and you wanted to work with the mobiles. You wanted to add the APM plugin. So just you need to come to the pom.xml file and you can add that particular dependencies so that the project will have all the capabilities of this and all the jar files will be added over here. And from here you can take it and then you can work on this one. So this is the beauty of this particular Maven project. So when you're trying to learn, and one more thing guys, you should remember it, I have been detailedly explained in that particular videos. If you ask me to explain again the same thing, I may not explain that one because at that time, so I spent a good amount of time in going back to the content and then we have been explained. I think we recorded only 2 videos for that one, but still we have been covered majority of the parts over there. Okay, I just think that this Maven. So if you see here, now first we have been discussed about what do you meant by Maven. So why Maven got that particular name and what are the features of this particular Maven. So we have been discussed about this one, and then even those all informations are available in this particular URL. So and we it's not like every pointer we have been explained, but whatever it's a high level the things it's required. So we have been discussed about this one, and we have been discussed about the next one is Maven setup. So how to do the Maven setup, so how to download the things from the repository and how to add it to the project. So we have been discussed about this, and next we have been discussed about Maven repository.
So how to use the local, remote, and central. So what are the what are the different concepts, so in the local, remote, and central, and then how it will be executed, and how it will add the particular dependencies. So these all things we have been discussed in detail over here. And then here we have been discussed about how to create a Maven project in Eclipse, and how to create the dependencies. So those things we have been discussed over here. And now what do you meant by Maven folder structure? So how this particular folder structure would be created, and in the folder structure, what are the target folders we will be having it? So these all means, in the target folder, what are the things we'll be having it, and how we will have to be utilizing that particular thing. So we have been discussed over here. And what do you meant by POM, means the project object model, and what do you meant by group, artifact ID, version, snapshot, and difference between the snapshot and version. So those all things we have been discussed in this particular thing. And next one, the most important thing is the Maven build life cycles. And in the Maven build life cycles, we do have the phases and the goals. Now, what is Maven build life cycle? What are the phases we will be having it, and what are the goals we will be having it in the Maven? So I think we have been the two videos covered till here, but after that we have been completed these particular things. But unfortunately, I didn't record it on that particular session. So